that was my very first appearance as, well, I guess as a celebrity in some ways. And it was a great time, and they were nice enough to invite me back, so I came back. And it's amazing what's happened in a year. Our project has gone from being a Hollywood underdog, and I mean that, like, that's subtle to say that. I mean, it was a movie that was basically dumb, that was picked up by fans like you guys. It was a film that was expected to kind of disappear, and yet it's thriving, and is in more theaters now than it was a year ago when it came out. In addition to that, there's some films that seem very similar. To come back a year later and see that not only is it as strong, but it's probably stronger. So thank you. I'm here all weekend again. I'm here to have fun with you maniacs. I'm here promoting my new work, which Universal hasn't copied yet. And that is a 12-part comic book series called The Molting. Come by and check it out. It's my newest endeavor. I've spent the last 6 months in a cave creating it. So I hope you enjoy it. But I'm not the only one here from Rico tonight. I want to introduce a couple of other people. CJ DeAngelis is in town. CJ will come out on stage. CJ will be playing Bronco in the Shadow Cast tonight. Those of you that don't know CJ, he and I are longtime friends, but more importantly, he's been part of Repo since its inception. When it went from being a Darren Smith and me, Darren Smith's the co-creator, when it was just a two-person project, the third person we brought in was CJ. And so he has been a part of the project pretty much since it was called Repo. It was a threesome. He played Barry Sax on several of the songs that appear in the actual movie. So he's part of the fucking project. Welcome him. And also here tonight is Joseph Bashara. Come on out. If you've watched any of the behind-the-scenes footage, you know who this man is. He's the fucking music producer of the Repo soundtrack. Gentlemen, I just want to announce something to all of you beautiful, really, you fucking criminals. The three of us are actually working on a music project together, which we'll be releasing information on very shortly. But let's just say, if you like Repo, you like debauchery, you like whatever the fuck I did with Grave Robber and how he mixed this shit, and how CJ played on it, we got something badass coming at you. Stay tuned. Thank you again for coming out. I'm going to hand the mic over to CJ and Joe.
I have absolutely nothing to say. This has never happened to me before. The last time that I had a microphone was in New York, and they quickly took it away. insane this is. Can I get a round of applause for the shadow cast for tonight? These guys were nice enough. I'm from LA, and when they started, shut up. When the LA Shadowcast started doing their Shadowcast, I kind of would show up and I'd be like, hey guys, how about that minor character that is a limo driver with that fantastic mustache? And they're like, what? What limo driver? I'm like, can I be that limo driver in your Shadowcast? They're like, I don't give up this spot. And so it's gone from that to I've literally performed, or as I call it, broncoed. Probably half a dozen Shadowcasts in the United States. I haven't done it internationally yet. But I want to, and in Austin, but I want to thank these guys because they're about to get broncoed tonight. So, thank you guys.
Hello. I don't have a lot to say, but I do have to say is more directed to you guys who come to see these things and the Shadowcast people who put on these things. It's so cool to, I mean, when we're making this thing, we're just in this kind of creative bubble of just all kind of doing everything and just trying to kind of make it what it is. And then to see people take their own creativity and throw it at repo and make something new out of it, that is truly awesome. So thank you to all of you guys that do this stuff. It's really cool to see.
Number one, keep the aisle clear, because we'll step on you and you don't want that. Second, keep this place clear, because we'll step on you and you don't want that. Two, there's people waving at me, it's distracting. Two, we always encourage people to sing along and scream at us and yell, boo at Lionsgate, or Universal. I don't know. Just do it. Also, we like to do this magical thing for people who haven't seen a cast before and want to participate in the screaming back at us. And it's this problem in which Shiloh can't read. So whenever you see a comic book sequence, if you want Shiloh to know what's going on, you need to yell the comic book line at her so that she'll know when to come on. So do that, or else Shiloh's just not going to come on stage after. And that kind of ruins the movie. Last but not